When it comes to relationships today, we're all kind of caught between two worlds, aren't we? Do we stick to the old script, the traditional way, or do we try to write a whole new set of rules? It's a tension that, let's be honest, a lot of us feel in our own lives. So today, we're going to break it all down. So let's just get right to the heart of it. You've got traditional gender roles on one side and this idea of modern love on the other. If you put them head to head, which one actually works better? Which one builds a partnership that lasts? All right, let's start with the model that's been around for, well, centuries. First up, the traditional playbook. So what's the deal with the traditional model? Well, it's all about one thing: clarity. The roles are super distinct and they're based on gender. The man's job is to provide and lead. The woman's job is to be the caregiver and run the home. It's a blueprint that's been handed down for generations. And this right here, this lays out the trade-off perfectly. On the one hand, the big strength is stability. Everybody knows their job, which means less confusion, maybe less day-to-day fighting about who does what. But look at those weaknesses. That clarity can start to feel like a cage. You've got this immense pressure on men to always be the provider, which can be absolutely crushing. It can seriously limit a woman's independence, and maybe most importantly, it can create a dynamic where your own needs, your own feelings kind of get silenced for the good of the role. And let's be real, in today's economy, this model is tough to make work. So, if that's the old way, what's the new way? Let's take a look at the challenger, the modern partnership. Okay, so the modern model basically takes that old script and just throws it out the window. In this version, your partnership is a constant negotiation. Roles aren't just handed you based on your gender, they're shared. They're figured out based on who's better at what, who actually likes doing what, and what you two decide on together. It's all about talking it out. And here you see the other side of the coin, right? The upside is huge. You get incredible flexibility. You get a really deep emotional partnership because you're in it together. Responsibilities are shared, which means the pressure is shared too, and it really pushes both people to grow as individuals. But the risk? Oh, it's a big one. If you're not talking constantly, all that freedom can turn into chaos. It can lead to confusion over who's supposed to do what, power struggles, and the whole thing can feel really unstable if you haven't set up your own rules of the road. Okay, so we've laid out both sides. You have the traditional model, clear, stable, but maybe a little rigid. And then you have the modern one, flexible, equal, but maybe a little chaotic. So, which one is actually better? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's not one or the other. In fact, trying to stick to just one of these playbooks 100%, that's actually where a lot of couples get into trouble. So this isn't about a battle between two ideas. The goal isn't to pick a winner. It's about finding a synthesis. The real magic happens when we figure out how to create our own blend. You see, the healthiest, most successful relationships out there today are hybrids. They pull the absolute best from both worlds. It's like they take these timeless foundational values from the traditional model, things like deep respect, real commitment, and that sense of shared responsibility for the team, but then they power it all up with the best of the modern approach, the freedom to choose your own path, the absolute necessity of open communication, and a core belief in equality. And that leads us to the most important part of this whole discussion, because if the answer isn't traditional or modern, then what is it? It's time to talk about the real conversation that every couple actually needs to be having. So it's time to forget the rule books for a second. The secret to a lasting partnership, the real key, it has nothing to do with who takes out the trash or who pays the mortgage. It's not about the roles. It's this one simple but incredibly powerful word: agreement. That's it. That's the whole game. It doesn't matter if your roles look traditional or modern or like something nobody's ever seen before, as long as you both have consciously, willingly, and happily agreed to it. So what this means is we have to completely reframe the conversation we're having. We need to stop asking the wrong question. The wrong question is, who should do what? Because that's all about outside pressure and what other people think. The right question, the one that actually builds a strong foundation, is this: what works for us? See the difference? It shifts everything from obligation to collaboration. So I'm gonna leave you with this one final thought, and I really want you to let this one sink in. Love doesn't fail because you picked the wrong roles. It fails because of unmet expectations. The most important work you can ever do in a partnership is to get crystal clear on what you expect from each other, and then build a life that's based on that shared agreement, not on a rule book someone else wrote for you.